Four coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? For me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one. Closed quickly. It helped. It's the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it. You work at it, but I don't care how much you prepare. It is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
One thing you do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to Dobbins on first. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jackson is going to keep it himself. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
from the gun. Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he's going to go down again. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Sam Cook on the
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 45.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
48-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Buying time to his left. First step, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll go again with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Ravens 6, Ravens nothing.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. To throw is Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Caught by Snead over the middle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Willie Snead. 41 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Ravens 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Queen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Jackson on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The 29-yard line.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Throwing now is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
Ravens 14. Ravens 6. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Well,
we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the side. With them Falcons, I just made a play in the red zone. play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19, Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tricky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot, Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and the J's in the way. Got a new Chris Watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's up too high. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Look at me, I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke can shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that.
gorgeous, gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear all in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count a phone and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7.
He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 34 yards there and a first down.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Steelers 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
26-yard line.
Winston now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Jameis to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
All right.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that side anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Pulls it in at the 13. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brought down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Winston. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And 10 at the 34-yard line.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Third down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Ravens will extend their lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Check. Sponge. No.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, with him till I leave. Barbados with the hustle, practice till I leave.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we go.
First down, Winston. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Jameis now on first down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2nd and 14. Winston. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third and long for Winston. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here's Winston.
2nd and 7.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
48, come on. 48, come on. Here we go.
To throw is Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
4th down, Winston. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
25. Steelers 8. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Pulls it in at the 13. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Winston, completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again with Winston. And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brent, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
4-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.
Party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that.
existence. Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. 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 Work the middle, 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 work the.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tricky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot, but Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check, t-shirt check, sneakers check, socks check, hoodie check, shorts check, Nike. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and the J's in the way. Got a new British watch, but it don't take time. Might fill up on a hop if it's too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that 60 finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it rocking my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.
Responsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like a finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the narrow scene. And I feel just like the cheetah prince, and I'm a I made you for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man to steal it. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a mail. You ain't even eating while I'm feeling. I'm always cheesing cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this loose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' fall. I'm sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' fall. I'm sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they boo me under. All the mad they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sleeping, not you. Think about me, myself top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down back, in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake it. You went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drill, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drill, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drill, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whippin' around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different.